Now, you are a member of the current Australian government.
Yes, that's right.
Are you in the upper house or the lower house?
Yes, I am.
And why have you come forward?
I've come forward because there have recently been some leaks coming from within the government.
Yes, there have, and the Prime Minister has issued a warning to whoever is responsible for those leaks.
Yes, he has.
Okay, and do you know who that was?
Yes, I do.
Was it you?
Yes, Brian, it was.
And do you regret having done that?
I do not regret having done that.
Okay, why have you done it?
I've done this, Brian, because in my view, the performance of the current government is simply not good enough. I think the Australian community deserves better.
And are there others in the government who share your view that the government isn't performing well?
Oh yes, there are several of us.
What about outside the Parliament, the Australian public? What do they think?
Well, Brian, if there were an election held this weekend, it would be won by Nick Xenophon and the women's cricket team.
But surely the public want to get rid of every government eventually, don't they? After a while, they just stop listening.
I'm not interested in every other government, Brian. I'm interested in this government. I am a member of this government and I believe we're in trouble.
Well, what are the areas where the government isn't performing very well?
I don't think there are very many areas where we're going all right.
Have you spoken about this in discussions that go on within the government?
Oh yes, I've made myself very clear.
And what have you said there?
I've taken a fairly radical position inside the party, Brian.
How radical?
I've argued for competence.
Competence?
I've argued for reason.
You really stuck your neck out there, haven't you?
My personal well-being, Brian, is not the issue here. The issue here is the quality of government.
And have you spoken about this to members of the other side of politics?
What do you mean, the other side of politics?
The people who were in the previous government?
Oh, that lot, yeah, they wish they'd thought of this.
Do people in your electorate talk to you?
Oh yes, they're very frank. They talk to us all the time.
And what do they say?
Well, Brian, they want same-sex marriage, they want jobs, they want certainty in the economy.
And what do you say?
I explained to them that Joe Hockey's going to fix the economy.
When is he going to do that?
As soon as he finds it, Brian, he's going to fix it.
So what do people think of Australia asking the US for a request that we participate in airstrikes against ISIS?
Well, why would they approve of that, Brian? They didn't want to go into the Iraq War in the first place. They were hauled into that by a government.
And were they impressed with the Border Force operation in Melbourne the other day?
They're not impressed with anything at the moment, I'm telling you.
Well, thank you very much for your time.
That's the problem.
Are you going to be okay to get out of here on your own?
Getting out of here?
Yep.
I'm not getting out of here, Brian. It's good here. I like it here. It's quiet. Can I get a cup of tea?